So whenever possible, I try to make habit changes very approachable and very manageable. So when I am doing coaching with my clients, I think it can feel very overwhelming. Like, here we go, this guy is going to tell me to start journaling for an hour a day, work out for an hour a day. And that's not what I do. Don't worry. I think most people believe that if they start something aggressively, they're going to get the best results. That's going to motivate them. That's what's going to keep them accountable. And it's much more likely that they're going to succeed. But the reality is, if you start habits super, super small to the point that your awareness is not even aware of it, that your subconscious maybe absorbs some of that, over the long run, you're actually going to stick to those habits. They're much more likely to stick. Welcome to drashori.com. My name is Mohammad Ashori, MD. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician practicing out of Los Angeles, California. And I do health coaching for healthy aging for people between the ages of 30 to 50 with the goal of helping you prevent chronic diseases and hopefully reverse a few whenever possible. So check out drashori.com if you're interested. When I talk about habit changes, I start with something very small. The goal is to prime your subconscious mind for things to come. So what I mean by that, in the morning when you wake up, if your normal routine is to go straight check your email, maybe making a small adjustment and going and getting a nice tall glass of water that you prepared the night before. Maybe it's a glass of water that you set out or put in the fridge if you prefer something colder, and having that. Or maybe if it's a tea that puts you in a certain type of mood. By doing that in the morning, you're actually saying, hey, I'm taking an intentional step towards having a different routine. And then you can still go and check your email. That's the beauty of it. Then you can still go do whatever else you were going to do. But that routine and doing it day in and day out, the first 5 times, all right, no big deal, whatever, I'll just do it. The 6 through 10, you're going to be like, why am I doing this? And then by the 20th and 30th time, you're like, all right, I guess I'm doing this. And then eventually, I don't know, somewhere between 2 months up to 6 months for every person, there is an actual habit change. All of a sudden, you feel like, well, that's what I do. I do that. Now you might go on vacation, you might go on a trip, there might be a day or two that you miss. Those aren't failures, that's just normal. But you're gonna remember like, no, but that's my routine, that's what I really miss. And that routine has now made your mind very porous and it will now absorb other habits to come. So now let's kind of gradually go through all the different habits to come. So the next one for me will be a 5-minute routine of exercise. Now, for most of my clients, that's very easy to do. Most of the people who come to me already have a pretty good amount of health, and they're just really trying to maintain it, but they haven't developed a routine for that, or they don't know what things to prioritize. So we meet one-on-one and we discuss that. But for somebody who maybe has neglected exercise for a while, even 1 minute can make a huge difference. So you get up in the morning, you have your water, you go do your internet stuff, and then you're gonna say, all right, I'm gonna do some wall push-ups, I'm gonna do some yoga moves, I'm gonna take my exercise bands, and literally 1 minute, that's it. I'm gonna stop. Once the timer goes off, if you like to continue, you can, but I actually encourage my clients to stop. And the reason is when you do continue, sometimes you overdo it because you're overzealous, and then the next day you might burn out. Just like the water habit, just like the morning tea habit, day 5, you're gonna be like, okay, day 10, like, why am I doing this? And by the 2nd or 3rd month, you're gonna be like, that's my routine. And oh man, I kind of feel better here. I'm gonna actually work a little bit on my neck muscles. My shoulder feels a little twingy. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on that. You become almost in tune with what exercise you need, and that's what you're gonna pursue. For many, the next step is probably something diet related. So I never try to exclude things that people are eating that's probably not good for them. So the snacking, the overeating, the overgrazing, whatever it might be, we leave that alone, but we introduce one thing that's super healthy. So for the breakfast, there's going to be one item that we might introduce. For lunch, there's one item. Or maybe we'll create a small window of no eating. So it's going to be 1 hour between 4 to 5 p.m. where you absolutely will not eat anything, no matter what. That's your timer, and that's okay. I usually try to choose a time when it's easy to go into the break room and all the nurses have food over there if you're a doctor, or if you're in a workplace where people have a lot of food and you might snack. That's the window that I choose. Just 1 hour of no eating, no snacking. For the nighttime, I introduce something for sleep and rest and relaxation, turning off the mind, as I say. Now remember, I wouldn't introduce all of these things at the same time, but these are just 5 options. And at the end of this video, I want you to commit to one of these to start doing, based on whatever you need the most. But it might be for just the last 5 minutes before you go to sleep, even if you're about to just fall asleep. You're going to do the tracking. You're going to go through your entire body. You're going to feel your eyebrows, your skin, your ears, your teeth, your jaw, and you're going to kind of go do this scanning thing. And it's just a way to turn off your mind. And yes, the thoughts are going to come in, and then you try to just go back to the body and to the breathing until you fall asleep, or if you have to set a timer, until the timer goes off. One last one that I'll mention is walking. So for me, walking has been one of the most effective exercises that I've gotten my patients started on. And usually when these clients start walking, all of a sudden they're riding their bike like 30 kilometers. Walking after a meal, that it could be as simple as like, I usually do 45-minute meal or 1 hour meal, or if you're Spanish, 2.5 hour meal, then I'm gonna leave 30 minutes at the end of it or 15 minutes at the end of it to just go walk around the block. And 5 minutes is enough. 1 minute is enough, even if you just go walk up the stairs to the next level and come down. But consistency with all of these is the key. That's what's going to prime your mind. All right, guys, check out drashori.com for more information. And now I want you to tell me, please, what is it? What change? What is the one change you're going to do that you think you can stick with?